Your view is appreciated. And yeah, leave a note down below. Just say hi so I can respond and welcome you to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, hello you guys. How are you? It is Saturday morning. Not sure what you're doing on Saturday, but here I am recording a video. So this is my response to Fremenies number 9. Let's just get into this video. Oh, you guys. Oh my. Wow.
Not care about what's in each other's DMs.
No, because he has proven time. I've always told him, I was always upfront. Hey, I'm sleeping with somebody, I'm doing this before we start dating. He was always like, I talk to no girls. I never talk to girls that way. All of a sudden, I want to put my nose in your pussy. Trisha's pussy stinks. Can't wait to fuck you. Want to tell you this could be you, this little fucking kitten in my arms. Like, he's doing all these things. Oh, here's my boob shot. That's what he texted a girl. He was,
You posted a boob
Yes.
shot.
No, but it's not like that.
You sent your tits to some girl?
All of those texts were when I was single before we dated.
Right.
you always said, oh, I don't talk to girls that way. And then I was
I
like,
was single.
okay,
before we were
this
dating.
is so cringe.
But what a difference does it make, Trisha? Why don't you listen? He's saying he was single before they were dating. Who cares? People have their own lives to live before you meet someone. And Trisha's gonna hold whatever you tell her, whatever you share with her that happened in your life, in your past, she holds it against you. Unfortunately, it's so sad. It's so sad for all these guys who feel vulnerable enough to share with Trisha their secrets, you know, and she's just like, you know, that's what she's doing right now. Exactly what she says she's not going to do. Okay? Bringing up something from Moses's past that has nothing to do with her.
Okay.
This is self-sabotage.
That's what he sent her.
This is what she does. She's all day on those messages. She's obsessed with those messages.
It's ridiculous.
There's nothing
Yo.
special about it.
Nah.
How about these ones? I like
You-
everything about you.
Hold
but
on,
I could
hold
never
on.
enter your butt.
Hold on,
I
hold on,
would
hold on,
never
hold on.
feel you.
You don't need to humiliate.
Right.
Why? He did it to me. He told me my pussy was stinks. He said my pussy
He
stinks.
says he doesn't think that.
Okay, well, I
How
have to bring you
how
there.
are you guys gonna get past this?
Right.
I'm not.
Emotion bang. This is an emotion bang.
I'm saying that sometimes people will say really mean stuff not to your face because you're not supposed to see that stuff. And the fact that
Right.
you guys are obsessing over reading everything, you always say you're reading all these chats, it's just really unhealthy. It's not going to end well if you want to or not because it's not meant for you to read.
No,
It's going to sound to you so mean, but you would never say something that to your face.
that's worse though, because I said I knew he would watch my podcast. I never have said anything nasty behind his back. Everything I said to his face. So that's even worse when someone says it behind
Well,
your
it's
back.
old though. He hasn't
But
done
it's
anything.
not true, Trisha. You made that video when you guys broke up that you've deleted of saying all these horrible things about him and his penis and all this stuff. She did that. Now she says I would never do that unless I told him to his face. Okay, so did you tell him all those things to his face before you made the video? Think about it. I don't think so.
That's since you guys have been together.
But new ones keep coming out all the time. Like those new. That one came out
Sounds like
October 9th. October 9th.
But it's old. It's from old. Moses hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been together. Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's good. That's good, right? He hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been steady dating.
Yeah.
Now he says you.
Why isn't okay? So she says, yeah. She goes, do you acknowledge that? Yeah. She even turns into someone else. Yeah. Okay. Then I would have said, you acknowledge that Moses hasn't done anything since you started dating. Trisha's like, yeah. Isn't that good enough for you, Trisha? Isn't that all there is when you guys started dating, your bubble, your relationship? Isn't that all it is? Why are you holding someone's past when you weren't even in it? Why are you holding him accountable for something that he did when he wasn't with you?
Well, we weren't dating. We weren't dating.
Right.
No, one girl, 3 catfishes. He's not the exactly 3
In
different
what
girls.
period of time did you sleep with 10 guys? How long was that?
Oh my God.
May through July.
Ah. Later.
Exactly. No reason to slut shame someone.
Oh, yes, there is, Trisha. Yes, there is. No, she always loves saying that. No reason to slut shame someone. When you guys from May, was it from May to June that she said? I forget, that she slept with 10 guys like in 4 weeks or something. And yet, just because you and Moses broke up, it's not like a final breakup. And you knew, Trisha, that it wasn't a final. You knew that you still had potential. Everyone knows when it's a final or when you still have potential. Everyone does know that. So she knew. So she goes out and sleeps with 10 guys. And I think, did Moses say he slept with anyone at all? Let's listen.
Yeah, because I'm honest. You know what it is? I'm honest with him. I'm like, yeah, I've slept with people. He goes, oh, I don't even talk to any other girls. So he just lies. Like, that's my issue. At least be fucking honest about it. Like, I'm honest.
What'd you say to that?
But you lied about it. You said you didn't. On the way down to my dad's, you're like, I never text any other
That girl
girls.
was a troll and I trolled back.
Oh, okay. He felt the trolling him back in the private
That one was
DMs.
a troll. I was trolling back.
Okay.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe Moses was trolling back. I don't believe that Moses was trolling back. I don't. I don't.
I think the most important thing is that he hasn't done anything like that since you guys have been steady.
Right.
And I think that's really all that
The
matters.
fact that he's still defending that, though, is like, he really thinks he did nothing wrong. Like, literally is totally fine. He goes, oh, I was trolling her, saying
Why
she's not visiting.
do you, I just don't know why you keep going back to
Right.
that.
Because I can't get past it, and I have talked to a therapist about it. I literally can't get past it, and I'm just like, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. You can't get past it. That is your problem, Trisha. Don't bring your problem that you can't get past it and try to push it on something that Moses did wrong. Because you can't get past it. Something that happened when you guys weren't together. All right, you should have gotten past it when you slept with the 10 guys. That should have given you more of an up. Oh, you really got past it when you slept with the 10 guys, Trisha. Oh my God. And you know what I want to tell Moses? Think about, when is she going to get past it? She never gets past anything. So everything and anything that'll happen in your relationship accumulates into a big, big pile of crap that doesn't mean anything. But yet when you get upset or life happens and you guys have to use some tools to communicate in a healthy way, Trisha goes back into the past and uses things that you've shared with her, right? And she brings it up and slams it in your face. She kicks it back into your face. What a nice girlfriend. What a good girl. What a good girl Trisha is.
But it sticks in my head, and it's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
How
well,
can you
it's your
how can you
fault.
make it right for you?
I have no idea. Like, that's the thing. I don't think he can.
Just
Like, it's already in my head.
so she said, I don't think he can make it right. It's already in my head. Why should Moses make it right? Why should he make it right? He has nothing to make right. And yet, a couple days ago, Moses had a TikTok saying, I'm sorry. Because, maybe he does really love Trisha. You guys, it's a possibility that someone has fallen deeply in love with Trisha Paytas. Maybe he does. And maybe he's saying, I'm sorry, just to pacify her because he knows she's not well. And just say, I'm sorry, let's just get on with our relationship is what his thought is, right? Let me just move on. I want to be with this girl. What's it going to take? And she wants to have babies, right? She says she's been just really wanting to have a baby. Really, Trisha? Well, what's going to happen when the baby has an issue and Moses forgets to bring home the milk? I'm just making something up. You know what I mean? Life happens, and you're not perfect, and this is all you anyways, to begin with.
Stuff about that your pussy stinks and all
Yeah,
that.
that I can't control my eating and like all this stuff. Like, really personal stuff he told people. He's like, yeah, she has issues with food. She's high. She's obsessed with me. Like, it's the crazy shit that sticks in my head. And like, I want to get past it because I have so much on Moses. I love him so much, and it's just like, I can't get past it. Like, it's like the first time in my life where I don't want to have sex with someone because I'm just like, oh, like he thinks my pussy stinks. Oh, he thinks I have an issue with food. Like,
You see what I mean? You see? She says, oh, I can't have sex with him because he thinks my stinks. He already told you that he said that because he was It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's like a horse who's got these blinders on. Unfortunately, she doesn't have peripheral vision at all. Okay? Trisha is just black or white. It's really sad. Really sad. I mean, her mind is so small, so closed, right? Nothing else is possible. Okay? Because Moses said that when they were broken up and he was hurt, it is the darn truth, right? That her pussy smells. And yet she says, it doesn't smell, Moses. You know it doesn't smell.
Do you notice why, like, sometimes you care about it, sometimes you don't?
Right.
You notice why sometimes you do and sometimes you don't?
Good question.
Something that triggers it.
I guess him logging me out of Instagram, then I started not trusting
You
him.
start having negative feelings, and it brings all that stuff up.
Yeah, and then I went to that account that posts all the DMs, and I saw that they DM'd me October 9th, and I was like, oh my god, there's more. There's always more.
You gotta block that person. You really gotta just block that person. They're fucking your life up. They're just
But
weird
it's stuff
freaks.
that I wouldn't have known otherwise, because he doesn't tell me. I tell him everything. I'm like, yeah, I fucked Jay Moore. Like, you know what I mean? I tell him everything. Oh, he gave me an American Express credit card. I had sex with him. You know, I say everything.
Yeah, but like, even though you know it, it's not necessarily something that represents his true feelings.
Right.
You know, that's kind of what
I
you
think
was
it's
trying
worse.
to say.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's worse when it's private and hidden. It's one thing to say it like
But
it's fine on
sometimes-
a podcast because my feelings are hurt. So I'm like, well, fuck him. He can't even eat pussy. But like, it's one thing to say it privately. Like, what if I DM'd you privately and I was like, oh wow, Moses has a cheesy cock. Like, it's so disgusting.
Well, it was more like he was just kind of venting to some random person. It doesn't really mean that he believes that. I can speak from experience.
Right.
Like, you say something. Sometimes you say stuff.
But he's even saying that. Moses is even saying, that's not true now. That didn't happen during the relationship. And that's one of the things that really stuns your growth, is going around in circles and playing this and rewinding the same tape. That really will stun your growth. I mean, you've got to stop rewinding the tape in your head and go forward. You have to find a way, find new interests, find things that you're both interested in, like her and Moses, something exciting, something, to do, instead of spending time on this. What a waste of energy.
Nasty, and then when you're done with the conversation, you go, wow, I don't believe anything I just said. That was like super over the top and nasty. You ever had that experience?
Trisha?
I've never said anything like nasty like that privately about him. Like, and not even publicly. I never said anything nasty like about him, like his looks or his appearance or anything.
Yes, she did.
Moses?
I wish someone had the video where she did it, where she said all that stuff with Moses and say, what about this? And then she'll go into denying it, like she denied she made any money off of that video, that Ethan proved her wrong. But everything is like that with her.
You a text saying that I go with underage girls. That was
No,
not true.
inappropriate age girls,
Yes, she
not
did.
underage.
No,
Oh
you
my
said
god.
underage. He read it.
Well, I can go
And then
back to that if you want to go back.
And then he read it here.
But I think-
it's out to the world. It's
But hold
exactly
on,
the same
I
thing.
think that you clearly are able to get over things better than her, right? We can say that.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, because
So,
it's not that important, really.
it's tough because like you guys have obviously done hurtful things to each other, and you're able to get over them easier. So you have to be careful not to hold her to that same standard, because for some reason it's just she gets hung up on things more.
This is a good tactic to get the person to relax a little bit and open even more, right? With what he's saying, which is true, right? He's saying, Moses, Trisha's more sensitive than you. She doesn't take things like you do. You have to walk on eggshells with Trisha. You know that when you do this, she's going to have a big reaction, which is a bunch of BS. But it's true, though. You shouldn't have to live like that with anyone. But still, it's true, right? But it's a way of softening her heart, softening her defense mechanisms so that she can share more.
I mean, the way I see it is that if you really love someone, you can forgive them.
Of course.
You forgive them, you forget.
I forgive him, but I can't
No,
forget
you
it.
can't forget it, so you have to
No,
forgive
every time I have
it.
sex, I
That's
think,
not
oh, my
forgiving.
pussy stinks. You try and go down on me, and I'm like, no, my pussy stinks. Don't do that. I literally stop you. I'm like, stop, because it makes me uncomfortable when I tell you that. Maybe it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, stop, because I think about that comment, and so I can't forget. It's not that I don't forgive you, and I know you probably said it because you were hurt or whatever, but it stings so bad because no one's ever said that. So it's like fucking awful. Like, we only have sex every few days now because I'm like, I don't even crave it. I don't even want it because I feel so, and it sticks in my head. It really does. And I do talk to therapists about it. And they're like, well, if you can't let it go, it's like just like cheating. If you can't forgive someone fully, you can't move forward. You have to just break up. If you can fully forgive someone.
That is true. That's right, Trisha. That's true. So break up and move on if that's what you want. But that's not what you want, right? So you're talking nonsense. That's absolutely true. If you can't forgive someone for cheating on you or for saying something that, he said, then goodbye. That's it.
Then you can try and work on it, whatever. Then I just fully can't. And it has nothing to do with I'm so sad without you. That's why I called you, because I was like, fuck, I'm so dependent on him now. And I'm like, but it just sucks. I'm so I have so much hate, and he's still hating for him, and it sucks.
I'm so dependent on him, and I have a lot of hate for him. So it sucks. And Moses has done nothing but, specifically in this situation, what she's talking about, right? They weren't together. And so she hates him. She thinks she loves him. She loves him. I just want to give you in one sitting all of her contradictions that she does, and how the other person may feel. And the other person has a responsibility to themselves as well. Moses has a responsibility to protect his heart, his love life, his mental stability, himself as well. But I think Moses is in love with Trisha. He's too far gone, and I don't think he can do that anymore, right? And with Trisha does this to everybody. So Moses is no different than any man. He can be anyone, right? He can be anyone. Just pay attention to her, and she'll be with you.
I don't want to be that way.
Not necessarily hate, but maybe resentment.
Yeah.
That's the same.
Right.
I don't think it's the same.
It's not.
Moses is you can either love everyone or hate everyone. There's no in between. I'm like, that's not the right hate certain people.
I disagree. Look, you took a lot of trauma, clearly, and things take time to process and to, see how you feel about it and to get through it. I don't think things are so binary as you describe it. You say you can you have to forgive and forget, or what'd you say? Yeah. If you forgive, you forget.
I hate his philosophy.
See, she says, I hate his philosophy. And I love the way Ethan's doing this right now. I really do. I think Ethan is being really insightful with his questions. They're just not regular questions. I think he's really trying to help and to show some reality here. Especially to Trisha.
So you have to acknowledge that your brain, your attitude, the way you conduct yourself is not the same that she does it.
Right.
You can't just expect her to be you, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still around, and I'm trying, and I say everything I can to make up for it.
Yeah.
But one time I said something negative, but for 3 months I'm saying thing's positive. She doesn't hold on to that. She only holds to the one negative thing that happened months ago. She won't let it go.
Right.
Well, yeah. It is.
It's hard.
It was hard. I
really want to try and let it go, because Moses is the best person on paper. He's calm. He has his own job. He likes me. He's into me. I like him. It's perfect. But that is why I'm trying to let it go. It's not
do you think maybe you're just trying to self-sabotage? It's you're clinging on to something really negative that happened a few months ago, and you're you won't let this thing go. Even though he's been really good since you guys have been steady, he hasn't made those same mistakes. So it's you're I have to obsess over this one thing that's going to try to sour this relationship that's otherwise, ideal. It's a self-sabotage.
It's more of just I feel I will never be able to trust him, and he can't do anything to fix that. It's literally on me. I can't get over it.
You think that you don't acknowledge it?
It's not that she can't get over it, you guys. We've all gotten over stuff when you're in a relationship. It's not that she can't. It's that she won't allow herself to. Because if she allowed herself to get over it, she would feel a little happier. Her relationship would be a little better. And Ethan started, I think this podcast, it was when he said, he started off by saying, it may be that you self-sabotage because you're just so used to feeling a certain way. So whenever something feels good and feels happy, you got to bring it down. You got to bring it down, to make it comfortable, to where you feel comfort.
It's a self-sabotage?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I really do talk with therapists, and I don't think it is in this, because I really want it to work out so bad. So bad. So I hope not. I just if it's something I really can't get over, I don't want to have this, like, when he shows me a TikTok, I'm like, it sucks, you know, because I just want him to feel like hurt too, you know what I mean? Like, I want him to have a bruised ego, like I have a bruised ego, and that's like not healthy for him.
You're
either.
upset, yeah. You're just resentful all the time.
Yeah, and I've been.
Or not all the time, but like just recently, like you guys
Lately.
got in a fight. So maybe you guys just needed some time to kind of let things cool, and then
Yeah.
maybe once these negative feelings settle, then you won't be just constantly thinking. Because it's like you get these negative feelings, and when they trigger, then you go back to like the time he hurt you the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yeah, because I didn't think about
I
it.
think
until
you need
now.
to let it settle a little
He logged
bit.
out of the Instagram, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh,
I
it
think
took
that
me back to the hiding the DM, not being truthful. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was weird.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting is when he locked her out of the Instagram, he said, I'm going to lock you out so that we both can log in and we both can see each other's. So let's just both do that. And because he did that, that's what's got her in a tizzy. You know, that's what got her thinking all these things. What we all need to realize is we can't live like this in a relationship. You can't be like this in a relationship without trust, with, you know, not being safe to express how you feel is one of the worst things in a relationship, because communication is key, you know, to working things out and, you know, knowing, okay, like it seems like Moses makes adjustments for Trisha's moods, right? And so he knows certain things, and so he's going to do this or do that to accommodate her. What is she doing to accommodate him, or what would she do to accommodate someone else? You see, there's nothing she would do because she's too much into her own negativity.
One, it's just weird anyways. I hate coming here before the podcast. It's so awkward. You're the most.
what?
Here we go.
You're just so unwelcoming, and that's.
Don't you see what she's doing? She's throwing negativity at everybody. She's totally lost herself. She's gone back to that place that Dr. Drew talked about and I talked about, where she's behind this veil, where she has no way of getting out. Now she's blaming him for being unwelcoming. There's no one can win at this point. She'll hate everyone, okay? Now she says, you're the most unwelcoming. I don't like coming here. This is what she's getting into now.
Finding Moses here so I can go hide. And I told him, I was like, can you just go hide with me somewhere? Because this is so awkward.
Why? Why am I
You
unwelcome?
literally never talk to me unless we're on the podcast.
Listen to her.
Why?
I'm like, where's Theodore? I don't know. He's probably somewhere walking.
What was I doing when you were
And
talking?
ignoring me.
What was I doing?
Talking to other people, talking to anyone but.
No, I was cooking. I was
My
ready
God.
for this nightmare. That's bullshit. You can't say I'm unwelcome.
Right.
You're not personable.
Well, I don't like. I'm doing stuff. I'm not like, okay, everybody, Trisha's here. Nobody talk to me.
Maybe just like a hello would be nice.
I'm
Oh my
pretty sure I
God.
gave you a very warm welcome.
You definitely never do.
I was like, hey, Trisha.
No, you didn't. Replay the cameras in your kitchen. Do you have cameras up there?
No.
Oh. Sus.
Should I?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look at your side. Disgusting. Mine's a little cleaner.
I'm sad.
See what I mean? See? That's a real childish thing to say. No matter what it is, she'll find something. Look at your side. Disgusting. Do you see? Oh my God, we can learn so much from someone like this. And you know what? It really gets to the point for me that it's nauseating. It's so nauseating because she seems so sick to me. She's so sick. And for you guys who say, and you know what? Let's be real. There's been a lot of improvement in Trisha Paytas, which I want to talk about at the end. We're almost at the end, okay?
That here that you guys are fighting, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys can work it out.
He got mad because I bought a ring that looked like an engagement ring. And he's like, well, if I was going to get you one, and it's not anyways. It's a whole other thing, too.
Well, right.
You better go. Dan's gonna
Yeah, I would be mad too, Trisha. Why would you buy your own engagement ring? Of course Moses is going to be mad about that. That doesn't make any sense. She's right. If you're going to be engaged, you don't emasculate him. He's the one that's supposed to buy you one. Oh, but wait, stop. The one that Moses can afford may not be good enough for Trisha. So Trisha's got to go buy her own. There's something wrong with Moses. Something's off with Moses, you guys. There's something off with Moses to put up with this. What guy would be with a girl who's going to buy her own engagement ring? And what are you going to do? Pass it off like he bought it for you? Or are you going to go, oh, I bought my own engagement ring, re-engaged? Are you crazy?
Hurry over there if we go. Oh. Okay, so we do have some females up in here. You remember I said you don't hire females?
Well, we have a lot of females in Teddy Fresh.
A little sexist to have them in the clothing department and not podcast.
Oh my God. Come on.
Okay.
Whatever.
I guess that's
Bring
the way
it
it is,
up to
though.
HR. All
Yeah,
right.
bring it up to HR. Tell it to your therapist.
You think? No.
Are you guys gonna talk it out? What are you gonna do now?
It was so awkward on the way over. I'm like, don't talk to me because we're gonna cry. So I just
You guys should work it out.
awkward on the way home.
You should go get some McDonald's or something.
I think Chick-fil-A, 'cause they have a peppermint shake. I said we could try that after.
Go to Chick-fil-A. That sounds great. That's a good place to bury the nugget.
Okay, you guys, let's just quit right here. I do have some couple of things to say. We do have to recognize that Trisha has grown a little bit. You know, she's not doing the kitchen floor videos, and she's not crying every 2 minutes about Moses on the floor, about them breaking up. Trisha is also not calling Moses stupid anymore. She's not hitting him like she used to. Trisha is also not saying, at least on video that we can see, right? When are you marrying me? Let's get married. There's the courthouse like she used to do to Jason. I don't know how these guys put up with that, but she's not doing that, at least publicly. She may be doing it privately, or like I said, she just said that was a big thing too, that Moses got mad at her because she bought her own engagement ring. Well, Moses has every right to be mad at her. So anyways, Trisha has improved in some areas. We've seen her eating more salads because she said she's getting older now and she feels chest pains. And so it looks like she's eating salads, which is new as well. So I believe that we should always talk about the positive things, you know, when we see growth. And I have seen some growth in Trisha. Now, in as far as relationships go, it's really tough. Any kind of relationship that Trisha has, it doesn't necessarily have to be boyfriend-girlfriend, right? It could be just a co-host, Ethan. It could be any one of her friends. It's like if you're there, you're going to get some dirt thrown in your face. Ethan, right, knows her number already. So Ethan isn't going to say anything when she says, my side, my table's cleaner than your side, or whatever little digs that she can throw at Ethan, because in her sick mind, she thinks, or she may think, that throwing these digs make her look better, or makes her a bigger person, a nicer person, right? You have your house, I'll show my purse. You're going to, brag about your $1 million house. Well, I'm going to buy a real expensive car. These are very, very flawed thought processes. And if anything will hurt Trisha Paytas in her life, it's the way she processes her thought. It's her small mindset. I can't. I'm sorry. She says, I can't get over this. I have chosen somehow or another in my procrastination of whether I'm going to exercise or not. It's a choice not to, okay? Whatever you're doing, you're making choices. Whether it's to stay in limbo and whether you do it or you don't, do it or don't, it's a choice. I'm going to stay there, right? And these are things that Trisha really needs to come to grips with if she's ever going to lead a happy life. And I'm trying... always know that I'm always trying to be nice to Trisha. It's just that I get nauseated with her and I get frustrated. And this is a place to positively vent your frustrations, because we do watch her. And like I've said before, if anything ever happened to her, I would be very, very sad, very upset, about something that tragically would happen to her. And so I wish her always wish Trisha Paytas well. And I hope that I am good for your mind and that you guys are growing and learning and that you get something out of this series that I'm doing on Fremenies with Ethan and Trisha. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Be kind to everyone. Bye.